Thanksgiving has happened, and this map is terrible. Why don't these mines snap? Okay, I don't know what's going on with the mines down there. However, Thanksgiving happened, right? And as I was sitting alone in my dorm room during Thanksgiving, because I declined my parents picking me up because I didn't want to do all of that travel time for like 2 days, and I wouldn't have had my computer. Anyways, so Thanksgiving happened, right? And as I was sitting in my room alone, I was thinking to myself, am I a fool? I have come to the conclusion that being a YouTuber for like children must be like way better. Now there's like some downsides to this, namely the degradation of your own respect, I would say, because I mean, like, come on, you're making like you're having to say 6 7 like every other word. Like I can't imagine that's easy, but like when you look at like the largest YouTubers on the platform, the majority of them are not focused towards people which like that can actually think. I mean, the majority of them are like, you know, focused towards those of the younger generations. And like I was thinking to myself, was I a fool to make my channel? Like I assume my channel is mostly like, because like, you know, I mean the data says everybody here is like 85 years old and it was born back in the Second World War, but I find that a little hard to believe, generally due to the fact that, like, you know, I've talked to a few of you and most of you are not 84 years old and a Second World War veteran, you know, fighting for the righteous cause of freedom and democracy or something. I think most of you guys are like 14 to like 20 years old. I'm just assuming that because if I was a 14-year-old, I would be okay with watching my channel, and I would probably be okay with watching my channel as a 20-year-old because I do make some, like, you know, adult references, like, you know, I don't know, the cost of living crisis or something. You know, and like public transportation and getting a job. Like, there's some adult themes. I know job is a little bit of a trigger word these days, but I think you understand what I mean. So I was thinking, like, maybe I should have just become a child YouTuber, because all the child YouTubers, like, I'm gonna be honest, they're massive. And I think the reason why is because most people don't want to degrade themselves to being a child YouTuber just because of the what comes with it, right? Like, if you're a YouTuber for children, then you have to start saying all the brain rot terms, and you have to also then be relatable to the children as well, right? And I remember as a child myself, I watched all of these, like, you know YouTubers for children myself, like Sunday and Preston Plays and all the other YouTubers, and I was like, maybe I should have just become like them. Because despite all of the degradation of, you know, saying, like, they are massive YouTubers, and I think they have less competition. Because I think most people, their goal in life is not to become a YouTuber for children. Because, you know, that kind of sucks. You have to make, like, endless amounts of content around, like, I'm mostly Minecraft. I'm assuming it's still mostly Minecraft. I watched a lot of Minecraft as a child. I'm still assuming that they're all doing Minecraft content. You know, playing like some modded stuff and being like, this is overpowered in the modded thing, like with all the mod packs. But, you know, I mean, who's to say what the children watch these days? They probably all actually just watch Roblox, which I assume is like kind of the same deal, which is they just watch a guy who just goes into Roblox and then pay to wins his way up to like #1 spot, and then they're like, I am the fattest child and being fat child simulator because I spent 1,000 Robux on all of the random pay-to-win stuff in this game, because that, as far as I'm aware, that's like 90% of Roblox, which I could be wrong. I could be wrong. That could be only like 10% of Roblox, which I think I doubt, because, like, you know, that's the only real way for Roblox devs to make money, and if they're not going to make money, then there wouldn't be so many games. So, you know, there has to be a lot of pay-to-win aspects in them, otherwise they wouldn't get paid so much. At least I assume that. Maybe they're all just angels at the end of the day. I don't actually know. Maybe I should, like, you know, maybe it's never too late, right? Maybe I should go out and start, you know, adding some bruh sound effects to my YouTube videos. You know, really start jingling the keys. No, I mean, like, there's like a respectfulness in that in there, but like I should also start like optimizing my thumbnails. It was really after I looked at like all the analytics in the last video, I'm just like, man, there's so much I could be, like, you know, doing here to like optimize viewer retention and start cheating pretty much. Because I mean, like, using the numbers is just kind of cheating, gonna be honest. You just find the one thing that works in the analytics and then endlessly do that until your soul falls off, right? Because I mean, like, I think you can see that in a lot of YouTube channels where the thumbnails are always pretty much the same, and even if they aren't the same, it's mainly because they're like trying to optimize the thumbnails using like the the thumbnail optimizer. Like there's I think a thumbnail optimizer which I can also use, which I can like use like 4 different thumbnails and then see which one is the most, you know, engagement or click-through rate. But like, you know, I also like have more morals, and I don't want to do that because that sounds like that's cringe. But I know that there's definitely other YouTubers that do use it, because I mean I see it when I'm like browsing and I look and I'm just like, oh, that thumbnail has changed. I mean, like, I mainly noticed it with actually not a child YouTuber, CPG Gray. He's like changed like one video thumbnail like 8 times. Like, man, I thought you were better than this. I guess he lives in. He's an American that moved to like London. I don't think he's better than that. Like, you know, like that city is just full of dirty money, and this guy clearly, you know, zero morals. I'm pretty sure he would be running the underground banks, hiding the rich people's money if he could, and with the amount of thumbnail changes. But I appreciate his videos. Like, they're very informative, and I like his opinions. But I don't like the way he changes all his thumbnails, because then YouTube recommends it to me 8 times, and it's like, well, it has a new thumbnail now, will you click on it? No? Okay, we're gonna add that to the data set. So then he changes it again, because nobody's clicking on it, because everybody can recognize that it's like the same thumbnail, with a slight change. So then he can do his little bit of math to maximize it. I don't know. Sometimes I feel disrespected by that. And I don't want to disrespect you guys, which is kind of a problem. Like, sometimes I wish I just didn't have morals. I feel like sometimes like that would make a life a lot easier if you're like, yeah, screw the other people. All that matters at the end of the day is me and my bank account. This guy's not gonna die. All my teammates are actually playing the game here, which is kind of overpowered. This is also super rare. I have 0 stability. I have no idea how like my base is anywhere stable. Because 0 stability, that could go straight through. But yeah, Buster Cannons are kind of a mid thing. Oh, that is a blinking strut. I don't want to die, please. Can I go like this? Thank you very much. That should just stop me from collapsing there. And one of them is leaving. Yeah, everybody's doing green cannons. I'm actually kind of shocked they're still alive. I think we do have a gather boost on, because this is... yeah, we definitely have a gather boost on. I think it's 1.5 times. That's how everybody is so freaking wealthy. That's how I'm so wealthy. Like, normally I wouldn't... Like, especially with... Buster, you wouldn't be able to afford this many cans, but it's practically like just always having an overdrive active on. Which is, you know, a little bit silly. But that also means that enemies always have an overdrive active on, which means that they can tank pretty much forever. Except like when they run out of APM, I guess, which was right then. Oh wait, and you know what? I'll even go for some howitzers here as well. May as well, because I mean, actually, I don't think the howitzers are ever going to come out in time. But you know what? Large explosives are still large explosives. They're still a good time. And rip my teammates 20mm. That was slightly intentional. I knew my cannon couldn't hit. I just wanted to roll. But, you know, game's over anyways. So, I hope he doesn't mind too much. These guys can't shoot anything either. Yeah. Now I'm delegated to not being able to do anything here, which makes me a little bit sad. Anything else, really? I don't know. My Thanksgiving was kind of mid. Not spending it with family. Maybe I should have. My dad offered me to, like, you know, go out, like go somewhere, but it was like a 2-hour drive back to LA, and it was gonna be a 5-hour drive to that place, and then like a 5-hour drive back, and I would only be there for like 3 days, and then I would also have to do a 2-hour drive after that back to the university. So you know, I was sitting there and I was like, I probably am okay being in the university. Like, I didn't stay here just for my computer, okay? Like, was that a part of the reason? Definitely. But also, I didn't want to drive 14 hours in like 4 days. Like, that didn't seem to me like make much sense. Like, logistically, it did not seem very fun. Like, because my dad was going somewhere for like Thanksgiving, and he's like, "You want to come along?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. Not today. My time is more valuable than this. I can't actually do anything until the house. I was not expecting the house to actually get built in time, if they do get built in time, because I was expecting this guy to die way before, and he's just not. Mainly, I think it's mainly due to the fact that our front guy is not building any weapons, and he's blocking every other guy from being able to shoot the bottom player. So there's no ending the game. But there is a tier 3 because my teammate is that desperate to be able to do damage. Because I mean, enemy just kind of has figured out that they can just build an endless wall of wood. All right, now we can start firing the howitzers. I think that hits. Maybe. Yeah, that hits. Very nice. Collapse the base. No. Oh, once I get the second howitzer up, I think it's gonna be GG. Plus all the like endless amounts of cannons my other teammates has. There we go. I had to fire this one a little bit further out. And my teammate knows how to cannon follow up. OP. And then I'll do one more howitzer and then follow up with 2 cannons, and that's GG. Okay. Well, hope you enjoyed. That was okay. I guess you can't look at the numbers. Host was done. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna eat my Chipotle now. You know, I went to Chipotle at 10:30 when it says it opens. They weren't opening at 10:30. They opened at 10:40. I was a little bit sour. I was like, I walked here for 10 minutes, and then you guys opened 10 minutes late. This is a waste of my time. Anyways, that was this morning. I mean, it wasn't such a big deal, but it was kind of annoying. But then I got a call my German friend, who then told me interesting stuff that I don't think he'd like me repeating here. So I'll leave it at that.